Let me briefly review the rules. My name is Ellen Chamberlain. I'm with the League of Women Voters, and I'll be the moderator for this evening. First of all, I want to thank all of the candidates who are here and the representatives for the various issues. I also want to thank all of you for participating in your civic responsibility of being informed voters. Our timers for this evening are both by League of Women Voters members and have had experience with timing in these kinds of forums. The rules are, and the candidates have agreed to these rules, they will each receive 3 minutes to introduce themselves to you. When all of the candidates have spoken for 3 minutes each, they will be given an additional 2 minutes to respond to anything that any other candidate said or to add to their additional remarks. At the end of those formal presentations, we'll open it up for questions, but I want to caution you about this. It's a question, not a speech. This is for everyone in the audience to get the most information that they can in order to make their decision about who they're voting for. So if you have a question, we ask that you stand. I'll try to get the microphone to you so everyone can hear your question. If not, I'll repeat the question. Please make it a question, not a statement. And we ask that you say your name and the community that you're from. Okay, so unfortunately, we don't have a representative for county issue number 1, which is Children's Services. We do have a representative here, Kevin Melichek, who will speak to you about issue number 2, Lake Grant.
I was just advised the podium moves, so I have to be careful. Kevin Melichek, I'm the president of the Lake Tran Board of Trustees. Very happy to be with you all today. Thanks for a couple of minutes. Here talking about issue 2. I mean, there's a lot of issues on the ballot this year, a lot of renewals that are out there. Lake Tran's issue is issue 2, and that's a renewal of our current 0.25% sales tax. It is not a tax increase. But what it does do is provide needed services for so many people in the community that take and use Lake Tran on a daily basis. Over 700,000 riders ride Lake Tran each year, about 3,000 a day. It's a tremendous impact on our community of about 200,000 people here in Lake County. There are so many people that need Lake Tran, seniors and those with disabilities that need Lake Tran to get to their medical appointments, to see their doctors, to go to the grocery store. There are so many people that go to school that need Lake Tran to get to Lakeland, to get to Lake Erie College, to get to Cleveland State, to continue their education. There are so many people out there that work, that need Lake Tran. Many of them work in retail establishments and restaurants, and they need Lake Tran to get their jobs and contribute to our economic well-being in this county. And you may say, you know, I don't use Lake Tran, I don't know anybody that does use Lake Tran. It's a tremendous insurance policy for all of us. Again, it does not increase your taxes because no one knows the day or the hour that you may have a serious accident, you may not be able to drive, a friend may not be able to drive, and this service will be there for you when you need it. It's been there for 25 years. It's a tremendous part of the economic and social backbone of this community. So we really appreciate your vote, yes, for this renewal that will not increase taxes for Lake Tran, our bus service here in Lake County. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll now hear from Don Mauser, who's representing issue number 7.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to thank the League of Women Voters for putting this on and the organizers as well. My name is Donald Mauser from Willowick, staying within the parameters as set, and I'm here to help educate you on issue number 7. I'm with the Board of Trustees of the library. We're asking everybody to vote with us on issue number 7. It's a renewal levy, and it does not involve the increase of any new taxes. We'd like to tell you how much we do for the community, in as much as we have 10 million items accessible to our local community for the library individuals who come to us. Last year, we served over 500,000 visitors and provided more than 1 million different items. This is a renewal levy for us. This amounts to about $30 for every $100,000 of home ownership. And it's very important to the library that the renewal levy pass, in as much as since 2001 we've had a 30% decrease in state funding, but we have had no decrease in the services which we have provided. You have all seen in our branches in Eastlake and Willoughby Hills and Willowwick significant improvements over the years. Right now we're going through a capital venture where we're replacing all the roofs and doing interior refresh to our facilities. We would ask you that you vote yes on issue number 7. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take them at break. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll now hear from Steve Thomas, this is representing issue number 6.
Thank you very much. My name is Steve Thompson, Superintendent of Willoughby Eastlake City Schools, and thank you, League of Women Voters, for allowing me the 7 minutes to be up here to pitch the levy. Oh, is it just 3? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought since it was our school, I got extra time. Just teasing. I want to share a vision with you. Picture you walk into a classroom. You walk into a classroom, and there are 2 students huddled around a beaker. And one student is debating with the other student about how much oil and density should be in the beaker tube. Another student's graphing it, and another student's on the internet with their iPad looking at the effects of oil being deposited in the ocean. You cross the hallway, there's another class, and this class is watching a YouTube video of the Valdez oil spill, and these students are in positions from the editor of the newspaper all the way to a reporter, and they're figuring out how they're going to frame this problem in the newspaper the next day. You walk down to the end of the hallway, there's an art class, and they're watching videos of animals that were affected by the oil spill, and they're preparing to research those animals and subsequently draw those animals with freehand chalk. That is a vision we have heading into to the future for our school district. It's called STREAM, Science, Technology, Reading, Engineering, Art, and Math. We're working with corporate sponsors right now to bring this to fruition at no cost to the local taxpayers. And that, by the way, those are 5th graders that I was just talking about. It's a problem-based curriculum where everyone is working on various problems throughout the year across the curriculum to solve and reach a solution. Our goal, our overarching goal in our school district is to improve student achievement, and we're focusing on 3 things to do that: keeping students first, quality of instruction, and time on task. Shows my artwork. You like that? Pretty snazzy, isn't it? So, just for coming, corporate sponsored donations, we have these t-shirts for you out front. We'd like you to wear them. And when someone asks you, what is that and what's 3 on the back mean? It stands for the 3 goals, the 3 focuses of our school district moving forward. Students first, quality of instruction, and time on task. We ask, I've got 30 seconds to tell you why you should vote for this. This is a levy renewal, folks. You've got pieces of paper that tells you all the cuts we've made, $13 million in reductions from one school year from 2011 on. We're being fiscally responsible, and what we're asking for is your support in not increasing your taxes, keeping things the same, and we promise to bring the best quality education, the best bang for your buck, I know I'm seeing the stop sign, but return on your investment. Please vote yes for the levy renewal. Thank you. These shirts are out front in the league. We want to see you wear them every day to work.
If there are, we're going to have a very brief period of time to ask questions of the people here on the issues for Lake Tran and also for the library. The superintendent, I don't know, are you able to stay or? Okay. Are there questions for issue number 2 and issue number 7? No questions? Then at least Mr. Malachek will thank you for being here. Thank you. Do you need to leave as well? Okay. Thank you both very much for being here. Now we're going to hear for the candidates who are present for the Willoughby East Lake City Board of Education. There are 5 candidates here. They've drawn for speaking order. As you saw, they will be given 3 minutes. You'll be getting a 30-second warning when your 3 minutes are up. We're going to, according to the draw, it will be in the following speaking order: Larry Luciano, Connie New Year, Sharon Scott, Rusty Bliss, and then Dan Hoffman. For the question and answer period, we will rotate some of the speaking. So, Mr. Luciano, 3 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Larry Luciano. I am a resident of Willoughby for 13 years. I have 3 children, all of whom go to our school system. I have a 7th grader at Willoughby Middle, a 5th grader at Edison, and a 1st grader who attends Washington. For the last 21 years, I have worked for the Mentor Schools. I was a high school English teacher for 12 years. I was an assistant principal at Shore Junior High, principal at Memorial Junior High, assistant principal of curriculum and instruction at Mentor High School, principal of Hopkins Elementary School for 3 years, and most recently I've taken a job in the curriculum department working at the board office. I think that my experience as both a teacher and as a manager of a school system gives me a real pragmatic perception of how decisions should be made. I've never run for elected office before. I made the decision after our levy went down earlier last year. So 3 things that you can expect from me, much like what our superintendent talked about. A commitment to learning, and by learning, I simply don't mean how we do on our state mandated tests. I think that learning is far more than what a student shows in just 1 2.5-hour test. Number 2, communicating. I think it is our job as public educators to communicate to our stakeholders, the people who are here, who have children enrolled in our district, as well as our external stakeholders. These would be people who don't have students enrolled in our schools, but still benefit from having a local, strong public education school in their neighborhood, a brick and mortar school. Number 3 is competing. Like our superintendent laid out, public schools need to realize that we are working in a vastly different environment than 20, 30 years ago. We are competing for tax dollars against charter schools, parochial schools, private schools, online schools. And unless we find a way to evolve in much the way that the district is looking to roll out as far as a vision goes, unless we figure out what our school system is going to look like 5, 10, 15 years from now, we are not going to be around. And we will lose the value of what this local public education means in our neighborhood schools. And here's what we have going for us that those other entities don't. We have great teachers, we have involved parents, and we have brick and mortar schools right here. I want them to stay, and I think that I have something to bring to the conversation. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Connie New Year, and I've just completed a 4-year term on the Willoughby East Lake Board of Education. I'm a 40-year resident of Willoughby and a 25-year educator in the Willoughby East Lake schools. My children graduated from South High School, and I have worked in schools in every community comprising the Willoughby East Lake School District. I spent my last 10 years as a school psychologist at North High School. My goals 4 years ago were to improve communication. It was pretty non-existent back then. But since then, we have regular town hall meetings. We have a new and improved website that includes our 5-year financial forecast and strategic plan for the future, as well as weekly superintendent reports. Our administrators have an open door policy. If you have questions or concerns, make an appointment to talk to one of them or call one of us, a board member. In addition, the district currently has 2 working citizens committees, and there are plans to form more as the need arises. So we've tried to get the communities involved in the education process. My second goal was to find alternative funding rather than leaning on the taxpayers all the time. We've applied for and received numerous grants over the last 4 years and are currently considering someone to write grants on a full-time basis. We're currently developing programs that will enable our students to be career-ready upon graduation. These programs also bring money into the district, especially our adult welding program and our nursing program. My third goal was to improve facilities. With qualified school construction bond money, which voters passed in 2010, and House Bill 264 funds at no cost to our local taxpayers, we have upgraded every school in the district. 2 years ago, we were facing a deficit beginning in fiscal year 2013, and we were able to reduce the annual budget by almost $13 million a year in areas that do not directly impact our students. And if we pass all our renewals the next few years, we'll not need new money until 2019. My future goals are to continue to work with the administration to maintain and improve fiscal responsibility without compromising student achievement, support the continued development of programs in which students are career ready upon graduation, and very importantly, ensure the safety of our students through updated security systems, district-wide programs to prevent bullying, and resources like the helpline, which alerts the appropriate agency of potential threats to our students. I very much appreciate your vote on Election Day. Thank you very much.
We'll now hear from Sharon Scott.
Why should the parents of the Willoughby East Lake School District re-elect me? My name is Sharon Scott, and I am the Vice President of the Willoughby East Lake School Board. I have proudly and successfully served on this board for the past 6 years. During my tenure, I have attended hundreds of school board meetings where we have made critical decisions dealing with the following issues. The worry over the threat of increased school violence. It is very important for us to not forget our own experience with this matter. In 2008, a distraught student entered Willoughby South High School with a gun and a book bag of ammunition with the intent of doing bodily harm. Fortunately, he was successfully de-escalated by heroic staff members. My own daughter, who's here tonight, Olivia, she's grown now, was in Willoughby South High School that day. And as a parent and a new board member, I lived through this ordeal and will never forget how important it is to pursue issues related to school safety. We have also dealt with unprecedented changes in what students are learning and how they learn it. We have made exciting changes in our curriculum